Hello there, here we are again, and it's been quite some time now, but I mean, better late than never. But let's get right to it. And here we are on a typical mid, oh, maybe get some next up there, that's not so great, so I'm going to try to get a pick, but there's some constant spy checking going on, and the scout is just hassling me the whole game, but sometimes you just have to deal with spy checkers on your own, not let them get away, and just get a little juicy pick because this spy checking scout is down on the heavy. I mean, I die in the aftermath, but I think it was worth it. On process last, it's often really good to get a gun pick because the NG runs level 3 most of the time. And this one is in particular a bit off guard, so I get a trick step on him and just with a speed buff kill the enemy spy to free up the flank. I also really like to jump on the cart because you get a little speed buff with that. I mean, not really seen there, but in general it's a fine little mechanic. And now I want to try to break this third hold with an NG pick or a gun pick, but this dispenser is up. But I'm disguised as a sniper and on tracks, and acting works. Acting is really good. You should definitely try backpedaling and see how far you can push the limits. And here I'm just helping my medic to stay alive. While in this clip it's really good to see that high ground really kicks ass and sniping as a spy can often work out, even if you got shit aim like me. Now this is a really good clip to show why acting is such a good choice, and you should definitely get it down. And you don't always need the dead ringer to get gutsy acting going. I just disguised as a sniper because the Met saw him and he buffed, and I'm just going to act a little bit and get a Met pick. Yeah, I mean, that's how easy it is. No, but really you don't need a dead ringer to do a little acting on your own, it's just safer. And here I'm controlling the flank with the NG. I mean, I don't hit any of my shots, but he dies in the end, so I'm just gonna go with the distraction plays. I distracted him, you know. It's really important to know your role. I mean, to help the flank out is a really good play, and you can just get the medic when the combo is pushing. You just have to stay alive and get some free picks because people are just taking damage and you can finish them off. But try to remember that you really are a supportive class and you can switch your roles accordingly, and you should. And now I'm going back to help on the flank. You can circle from that really good to good picks when they are pushing. But the main aspect here is just to stay alive. The scout and I retreat because Doom is a hell of a scout, but also the combo is close on tracks, and I want to see if I can get a pick with some cocky acting, but doesn't it work? I mean, this backstab should have definitely registered, but anyways, and yeah, I get caught out, but let's see what we can make out of this with a bit of desperation play. Yeah, that's the thing. That's how you do it. And now just some card love. Crouching behind the card as a spy is really good, and calling the enemy spy out. There the scout gave me a really good distraction, and I'm just going to follow up on these. But this is really painful to watch, and I don't going to leave that out because this was a huge misplay on my part. He just got 3 saws. This is something that should never happen. But well, I get an angry sniper on my hand, and this push in the aftermath, it really just ended up being a scout push and not doing all that much. You have to take responsibility for your failures. On payload last, and especially in desperation plays and desperation situations, it's where spy really shines. And this heavy should definitely notice me, but I just going to do some revolver action. That's why aim is really important, and for that, even if it sounds silly, I recommend spy MG and just get your hit rack aim a bit on point so you can get the hero place in the right moment. And my team ended up stabilizing on that. This is really a typical just rollout, going through the pool room, and oh, there's a fellow spy, but I got buddies, so I'm just gonna do some spy checking on my own. And yeah, that was totally on purpose, of course. Counter_spite. No, but really, they have basically nothing on the high ground, and I can just patrol a bit and look for the sniper. It got called out that the combo is on the left, and this even made the hit sound. This should definitely register, I don't know. This medic didn't even knew what he survived. But I'm going to stay on these guys, however, not going to let them get away and just stalk them a little bit. I mean, they're distracted on this point, and you still can get some juicy picks with a bit of patience. Get the demo, this is pretty much the biggest pick in mid, aside from the medic maybe. And also get the heavy, so with these two power classes down, it should be easier for my team to get the point. And that basically wraps it up, so I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.